Rumors are that allegedly Porsha's dream wedding isn't all that she hoped it would be. What happened? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly Porsha's fairytale wedding isn't all that she hoped it would be. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more. And here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly for a second time, Porsha and Simon's wedding was almost canceled. Sources say it would have been complete chaos in Porsha's camp if the wedding was postponed or called off for a second time. The wedding, the source continued, has been all over the place since Porsha and Simon's engagement. From alleged rumors of infidelity to family drama and money issues, it seems like nothing was working according to Porsha's plan, ended the source. Yes, weddings are stressful and take time, said another insider with alleged close contact with Porsha's camp. But this wedding planning seemed different, almost as if Porsha didn't want to actually do it. For someone like Porsha, image is everything. Oversharing is a part of her brand, which makes everything seem odd and leaves us asking the question, does Porsha really want to marry Simon? Well, sources say that from recent events, it seems like she does, but her motives may have changed. One insider with direct knowledge of the situation said allegedly, at first it seems as if she was with Simon in the beginning as a wow factor for a storyline for her spinoff. Now, after what appears to be a failed attempt at a second season of her show, and a failed attempt to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise, now she may be marrying Simon for financial security, which, the source said, is a pretty smart move, considering she doesn't have much in her brand's pipeline at the moment. All sources agree that Porsha's wedding is lacking a lot of fanfare. For someone who posts an awful lot, she seems as if she has been very muted regarding her wedding planning. Another person close to the source who wished to remain anonymous said, "It just seems like this wedding is just one more thing she has to knock off her to-do list. I'm sure that there may have been much more excitement if the wedding was being filmed, but nothing." Sources say that the wedding will be beautiful with tons of celebrities. However, without Bravo cameras present, it may not be all she hoped it would be. Now, kinfolk, I will say this. When I first heard this rumor about Porsha and her fairytale wedding not coming into reality the way that a lot of us thought it would, and a lot of ways in which she wanted it to, I wasn't very surprised. Simply because if you have been following the channel and have been following Porsha and Simon wedding news, you know that the wedding had been postponed once before. That wedding planning for the Nigerian ceremony was all over the place. And a lot of people were asking the question, would the wedding really happen? Well, with that being said, the first part of the rumor really does seem pretty accurate. And it's this. From the time that we first was told that Porsha and Simon were planning their wedding, it was weird. From the very first moment Porsha made the announcement, everything just seemed weird. It has literally been a year and I think a half of wedding planning. And the reason why it started off weird is because we had heard nothing about a wedding date. And they had almost been engaged for a couple of months. And then when Porsha was pressed for the wedding date, she said where her mother and her aunts are going to pick a wedding date for her and Simon to get married. And that wedding date allegedly came and went, which was supposed to be, from what my sources are saying and other rumors, New Year's Eve of last year. So the fact that you were not as excited for your wedding to even pick a date, a location, and a venue, and to tell people that your mother and your aunts were doing all the heavy lifting, it was just kind of odd and kind of different from Porsha, someone who is, as my sources say, a person whose brand is about oversharing and taking control of the narrative. So the fact that you would relinquish a lot of your wedding planning to your mother and aunts did seem kind of odd. And then the weird aspect came in to the point to where after they picked the wedding date, we heard nothing else about a wedding. And we heard nothing else about a wedding up until, I want to say, this past summer, last summer. And when the wedding date was approaching fastly, we got a information that the wedding had to be canceled. So you can see how this whole wedding situation with Porsha and Simon just started off weird. And it starting off weird pretty much left the door open for a lot of rumors. Which brings us to the next rumor that I find kind of interesting. And it's this. At first, I thought that Porsha not, celebrating her wedding planning, not oversharing her wedding planning with us on social media and through the media outlets and through interviews was a way of her trying to protect the secrecy of her wedding for filming. I was one of the skeptics, and kinfolk, y'all got on me every time I did a video about Porsha and her spinoff or wedding special. I was one of the skeptics is like, Porsha's going to pull a wedding special off, right? And everyone kept saying, there's no way she's having a wedding special. It's over. She's done with Bravo. And that was the storyline throughout the summer up until Labor Day. And my whole line of thinking was, well, Porsha is keeping the wedding planning secret because she is filming for her wedding special. She wants to keep the details on the wrap, and then she wants to show everyone this big grand wedding and all the behind the scenes things that went on, and it's going to be celebrated, her and Simon's love, and everyone is going to be gagged, and everyone's going to be, rolling their eyes that she pulled off this big grand wedding with a big grand wedding special. I was one of the skeptics. And I was one of the skeptics simply because, like my sources say, Porsha is a person who overshares. And the fact that we didn't see anything or hear that much about the details of her wedding, it just led me to believe that she is going to pull a wedding special out of the air, and Bravo was going to cave in and give her, what she had been wanting, and as some people may feel, some others may not feel, something that she deserved. Well, as the wedding day fastly approached, my line of thinking changed. And my line of thinking changed because of this incident. I really was shocked when Porsha and Shamia, and I think her cousin, posted a picture of Porsha at the wedding dress shop. And she was in front of the mirror. And I looked in the reflection of the mirror and I didn't see any cameras. That was shocking. And like I told you guys, normally when there's a wedding special or a housewife is getting a spinoff, they kind of tease a little bit with the cameras, and everyone say, oh, there goes the camera. Oh, there goes the camera. Then Porsha is filming her special, or Porsha is spinning her spinoff second season. They done it with Candy. Candy take a picture in OLG and they see cameras in the background. Oh, she's filming. Oh, they're doing this. And so when I didn't see the camera in the background of Porsha's wedding dress fitting, I was shocked. And I was shocked because, as we've talked about, it really does seem as if Bravo is done with Porsha and her brand of entertainment. Which is, as you can see on one side, fortunate because it allows the network and the Real Housewives of Atlanta brand to really change their image for the better. And it is kind of unfortunate because if you are a Porsha fan, you kind of wanted to see her storyline, come full circle the way it did with Cynthia and Mike, even though they're getting divorced. But you get what I'm saying. If you're a fan of Porsha, you want to see her whole storyline come into focus with a big wedding, right? But that does not seem to be the case. And so that leads me to the next part of this rumor that is very interesting. And I think a part of the rumor where a lot of these thoughts about Porsha and how she really feels about her upcoming wedding really comes into play. Because this incident with the cameras not being there, it really leads us to believe this. Sources are saying that, as I was telling you guys, Porsha's fairytale wedding, while it may be some of what she wanted, it doesn't appear it's all that she wanted, simply because the Bravo cameras appear not to be there. And I think what the issue is that if you are to believe these rumors, and it's all alleged information and speculation, but if you are to believe this rumor that Porsha is not very excited about her wedding, I think it may be more so she is down and a little frustrated that the Bravo cameras are not there. And I think people in her camp or people around her camp, they're reading that as if she doesn't really want to marry Simon, which I don't think is the case. Simply because if you believe Simon is a multi-millionaire, billionaire or not, there has to be some type of financial security there for Porsha to stay. No, love, we can debate that. But financial security for Porsha to leave all of her jobs and not seemingly want to return to any of them jobs, then you have to think that, okay, yeah, she does want to marry Simon. Something is there for her benefit. But I think the key part of the excitement and all of this and all of that, I think that that would have been heightened, as my sources say, if there were Bravo cameras present. And again, I think people are reading her disappointment with the Bravo cameras allegedly not being there as her not really wanting to marry Simon and not really wanting to have a wedding. So I think that's where the two convoluted a little bit. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Porsha is excited about her wedding and that she's giving all the things that she imagined she would for her fairytale wedding, her fairytale African princess wedding? Or do you think that she is really not that excited about her wedding and really not that excited about marrying Simon? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.